This is Mama Joy, and I'm getting ready to make a salad for supper tonight. And the salad that I'm making is a layered salad because everybody's wanting a layered salad, and I'm gonna bake a ham, a really small ham, because my niece Holly that lives in Alabama told me that this certain brand, Frick's, is the best ham you can get. And I went to get one at the store, and they only had little bitty teeny tiny ones, and he said they only get about 10 in at Christmas time. They're real hard to get, and they're very expensive, so they must be really good. So anyway, I got a little teeny tiny one for supper. I hope it's enough for everybody. But I have a bowl that I'm going to put this salad in. And I've got all my vegetables washed up. I don't have my bacon cooked yet. And I'm going to put it in the oven in a little, when I finish chopping up these vegetables. And I'll put it in the oven to cook, and that's one of the ingredients. And hang on, I'll be right back. The bacon is one of the ingredients that I'm going to put in this salad. And I'm using a little bit different things in my salad. You can put in here whatever you want, and I'm not going to put red onions in there, and I do like red onions, but sometimes they're really hot, and I want a nice salad that's not hot, so I'm going to use a sweet white onion for my onion. And I'm just kind of patting my lettuce dry because it didn't get dried off very good. So I'm using two kinds of lettuce. I'm using head lettuce, and I'm going to use some romaine, and it's pretty damp too. So I'm going to try to get these dried off before I put them in the bowl. Oh. But I think this is going to be really, really good. If you've never made it before, you can put tomatoes in it if you want to, but I am not putting tomatoes in mine today. But I'm cooking some eggs on the stove, and I was going to cook it in my rice cooker because it says you can, but I was having trouble getting the recipe to come on with this silly phone of mine that don't work half the time. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Oh me, oh my. So I'm going to dry off this lettuce and get it dried enough to get it in the bowl. And then I'm going to chop up celery, an onion, a red pepper, some cauliflower, and some celery, and I'll be putting the eggs, and I'm putting some cheese in there, and then there'll be a dressing that I'm gonna make to go on there with mayonnaise and some sour cream and some Parmesan cheese. And you know, these vegetables and everything are really expensive, and they got bad spots on them. They don't last very long. And it's aggravating that you have to pay that much for something that is not up to quality standards. I'm sorry. But, you know, it's my money too, and I want everything to be good. So anyway, that's what we have to deal with. And I've got some potatoes here that I'm gonna peel, and I'm gonna make mashed potatoes. I've also got some eggs cooking for this salad, plus if I have time, I'm gonna make some deviled eggs too. I love deviled eggs. So anyway, I'm gonna go rinse this bowl out and I'll be right back. I'm not just rinsing it out, I'm washing it out, and I'm using soap because I want to make sure it's clean. I've never used it for anything but food. I've never put anything dirty in it or anything like that. So I'm going to set the, let's see, try to see how many eggs I'm going to need for the deviled eggs. I've got 4 for the salad, and I'm going to put 4 more in here, so that'll give me 4 for the salad, 4 for the deviled eggs. I'm going to go ahead and do 6 for the deviled eggs. Sprinkle a little salt in the water with the eggs, and they're just about to come to a boil. As soon as I get some of these vegetables chopped up, I'm going to get the bacon in the oven. And I've got some other things that I'm wanting to do, but I don't know if I'm going to get them done or not. And I'm going to have to quit doing meals, I think, because it's just too much. It's too much for me. I'm too old. But I'm going to go ahead and get the lettuce in the bottom because that goes in first. And I'm just going to make pieces. I'm not going to chop it because sometimes when you chop an onion or cut it with a knife, it turns brown quickly. And maybe if it's not all 8 today, they'll have some for tomorrow and they won't have brown places on them. So I'm just breaking up the pieces in some smaller pieces. And I'm going to do some of this head lettuce too because I'm doing romaine and head lettuce. Romaine has some vitamins in it, where the head lettuce has no nutritional value whatsoever, I don't think. I may be wrong on that, but I don't think it does. Oh, I can't wait to eat some of this. Okay. I wished it was drier. I wish it was drier than what it is. That's why I hate to wash lettuce, and I should have done this before today and got it all washed up because it's hard to dry. It's hard to get it dry and nice and crispy. And that's what I want. Nice and crispy. I don't think you can see that, but anyway. I have cheddar cheese that I'm going to put in it. And a friend of mine used to always cut this heavy part of the leaf off and cut that out of there. And I don't do that. Maybe you're supposed to, but I like that part of the lettuce. I like the crunchiness of it. And so I'm going to leave mine in there. And I'm going to go get another paper towel and try to soak up some more of that water. Soak some more water out of there. Eric called me a while ago, and he's on his last half of his trip, heading for California. He's such a busy guy. They just was always needing him for something. I don't know what they would do without him, but okay. Give you one more of these romaine leaves. Okay, now I washed the container and I didn't bring it back in here. That's what I'm going to put everything in it that I'm not using. I'm going to put everything in here that I'm not using all of it. I'm going to put the rest of the lettuce in here. Get my chopping block cleared off so I can cut up something else. Okay, I've got potatoes to peel too, so okay. I'm gonna do the onion next. Run this to the trash, to the sink. Okay, I've got the timer set for the eggs. I've got another timer set over there for something else, and I don't remember what. But something. Yeah, I'm going to use this sweet onion here because I want it to be nice and sweet. And I know that I like the red onions, but they sometimes are just a little bit too hot. But they do make the salad colorful. And I did sharpen my knife, but okay, now I may not need all of that, so I'm gonna sprinkle that onion in here. I'll fix this so you can see what I'm doing. Just gonna kind of spread that all around. I'm gonna have to get a bowl or something to put these onions in because I can't just dump them down in with the lettuce. And now I can set this bowl down in here so it won't get mixed up with the lettuce. So, the next thing I'm going to do is some of this red pepper. Because I've got green and white, I need a little color in here. I don't really have a glass salad bowl anymore. I used to have everything I ever needed. Not that I need one, but it would be pretty. But this is plastic, clear, and you're going to be able to see the colors in it. That didn't get cut up at all. And I have some more in the bowl. If this isn't quite enough, I mean, I didn't cut up the whole. This was just a piece of the pepper. I have some more in there if I need. I think I need a little more for color. But I chose not to use tomatoes, not because I don't like them, but because they sometimes get too juicy in a salad. And so what I'll do is I'll just put some peppers in there to give it some red color. And I should have done this earlier, but I didn't get it done. I had some things that I was dealing with my apartment, and had to get that taken care of. ran to the store real quick again to pick up a few odds and ends of things that I forgot that I didn't have. I don't know what you think, if I need more or not. But I think that probably is all I'm going to put in there. Now I've got some celery. I had the furnace on and I got hot. I had to turn it off. And I'm still hot. I might have to go open a window, I think, because I've got the oven on. That's why I need to get those, the bacon in there, because I need to get the oven shut back off. But I've got to cook that ham. But I think it only has to cook for 45 minutes, but I have a few more pieces of celery, and some of this was not good either, and I've not had it but a couple of days. And when it's all in a bunch like that, you can't tell if it's got some bad places in it or not. Just cutting this up fairly small. I just want some little tiny pieces of crunch. Okay, now I'm gonna do some, and the cauliflower's got some places in it too that don't look so good. It's just a shame. I just got it today. I don't know what their deal is. Don't know, but not very happy about it. See, that little brown spot was even inside the floret, or flowerette, or however you want to say that. I don't know. I may have to turn the air back on. Alexa, what's the temperature? Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh.
Tonight, expect a low of 41 degrees.
41, okay. It's 61 now. 60 something. I'm gonna go open the window. It's just too hot for me. I'm a smothering. The squirrel's sitting out there. I don't know what he's wanting to do, but he knocked the whole bird feeder down a couple of days ago. What he was trying to prove. Okay, I think that's going to be enough cauliflower, I hope. What do you think? You think that is? I've got more in here, but okay. Now, that's everything I had in my vegetable bowl, but I need the eggs and the cheese and the bacon. I'm gonna get the bacon on right now. I'm gonna get it in the oven. Get it in the oven. And I've got a mess on the floor here. I certainly do. Certainly do. I should put this on here when I first took it out of the refrigerator, because now it's soft and stretchy. Oh dear. Soft and stretchy. I hope everybody's not too hungry for having to have an early supper, because it's not going to be early. It's probably going to be late. Got too many things to do. Too many things to do. And I read a comment on one lady's post about her bacon, and she said a pound was too much. It takes away from the salad if you have too much of the bacon in there. So I'm not going to use the whole pound. I'm just going to use about half of it. Then I'm going to go stick this in the oven. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Here is the ham. I told you it was little. He said he can't even get big hams right now. The manager of the store. I was just asking if he had that brand, because I know that they had it in there before, but I couldn't find it. And he said yes. They did have it, but they didn't have any big hams and they couldn't get any in. My timer's going off and I'm pretty sure that that is for the eggs. Woo! I want to get that juice in here, and this is already sliced. That's the only way I could get it. Only way I could get it. And this is fully cooked. And I'm gonna make a little bit of sauce to put on it. Turn the eggs off. And get them in some cold water. Okay. some cheap, great value vegetable spray, and I don't care for it at all. Every time you take the lid off of it, it isn't that the spray isn't good, it's just that the can isn't good and the lid falls off every time you take the lid off, or the sprayer falls off. So, okay, I'm gonna mix me up some sauce to put on that. And if they don't get a dessert or a treat for supper, they'll just have to live with it. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything done or not. Okay, I'm gonna put about 1/3 of a cup, maybe not quite that much, maybe 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar in the bowl, and a tiny bit of mustard. And a tiny, tiny bit of hot water. Come on. I don't know why everything has to be contrary. My drawer won't open. Something caught in it. Something. Something caught in it. What I did was I took a flat butter spreader, pushed in it, and kept pushing in the drawer, and it pushed everything back down, and I was able to get the drawer open. Okay, I've got mustard and brown sugar in here and a tiny bit of hot water. Just enough to get this to where it's liquid enough to run over top of the, or pour over top of the ham. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to put the lid on this and put this in the oven as soon as the bacon gets done. And I set a timer. I think I did. I think I set a timer. I don't know if I did or not. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. Okay. Not really deserted, you guys. I'm just trying to get some of the stuff done so I can get back in there. I've got to remove my eggs to another container. So I can have this pan to cook my potatoes in. This pan that I'm getting ready to use is very old. My mother didn't have this pan. It was hers. And this is what we always cook our potatoes in. I'll show it to you in a minute. I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and, I said I was going to, but I didn't. I'm going to turn the air conditioning back on. It's mighty hot in here. Mighty, mighty hot. Okie dokie. Where'd my cutting board go? Oh, dear me. That's what I'm going to put the potatoes in to peel them. Okay. Don't roll off the table, little eggs. I'm just going to put 4 eggs in the salad. I think that'll be plenty. I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves 7 eggs for the deviled eggs. If I have to, I can use 1 more egg and go shy on the deviled eggs, so I may do that. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do? You about went over. I can't believe this video hasn't shut off. But I'm going to hurry with these eggs. And then all I have to do is put the cheese and the bacon on. And it'll be, and make the dressing for it. So I'm going to do that in just a minute. You know, when you're cooking for a big crowd, which I'm not today, but when you are, you know, there's a lot of stuff to prep and get ready, and it's hard to remember to get everything, you know, what have I got to do next? And I know you've all been there, because we've all cooked big meals for our families and for holidays and things. This isn't a holiday. Well, actually, it is a holiday. It's Columbus Day. Oh, dear. But it's not one that we celebrate with a big dinner, usually. Okay. About got the eggs in there. Can you see what I'm even doing? I jerk that camera around and okay. I think that's all the eggs that I'm going to put in there. And then I'm going to put the bacon and the cheese and the dressing and get it in the refrigerator, because it needs to be in the fridge. And that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll go ahead and put the cheese. No, I got to put the dressing on there first. Open the cheese. And get the dressing going. Oh dear. My fumble fingers. My fingers are so numb I can't tell if I'm touching anything or not. Okay. And I've got to have a little bit of sugar for this. I know I'm making a lot of noise in here, but I'm turning the bacon over and going to put it back in the oven for just a tiny bit. I thought I set a timer, but didn't get anybody to answer me, so I don't know if they did or not. Oh, mercy. Mercy sakes. Oh dear, what can the matter be? And lid on there because I don't want. Okay, I'm going to put, I'm not even going to use out of that jar. I'm going to open up a new one. Oh dear. Air conditioner, here I come. Air conditioner, here I come. It's 75 in here. 75 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna put a cup of mayonnaise in here. And if I think that's too much, I won't put it all in there. Okay. Put some sour cream in here. Probably about 1/4 cup. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle some sugar, maybe a couple of teaspoons, and some Parmesan cheese. Oh my dear, it's not even been opened. Not even been opened. And probably about 1/4 cup of that, if that much. Just a little bit, to give it some flavor. Oh. Smells good. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to taste it. Needs a little more sugar. I'm gonna go wash my hands. And I'm going to hop off for just a little bit, and then I'm going to be right back on here to see. I want to check and make sure I have done everything that I need to be doing. I'm going to check on the bacon because it should be done, and then I'll be back. I'll bring you back. This phone just aggravates the socks out of me. I mixed up the dressing, but I did leave something out. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and the salt and the pepper. So I stirred that all in it, poured it all on top of this where I didn't put anything else on here, just the dressing and the cheese, and I put the Parmesan cheese in the dressing. So I'm going to put the lid on this and get this in the refrigerator. when something gets done, I'll bring you back. I've got the ham in the oven and the timer set. I put the bacon in this bag and I'll put it on the top when they come to get their salads. Now I'm going to peel the potatoes and get those on and load the dishwasher. And when something gets ready to show you, I'll bring you back. Well, I'm back. I had to leave because they called Carissa and they got her car done. They got her transmission put in her car. And we had to drive to Independence to get it. So I had to kind of shut everything down. This ham, Fricks, Fricks, is delicious. It got a little dried out because I had to go off and leave it. But it has the best flavor. And it's fully cooked. And it said to cook it 30 minutes per pound. And it was 1.5 pounds was how big that was. Or how much it weighed. It is good. It's delicious. I wouldn't bake it that long. I turned it down to 350, I think. No, turned it down to 330. And I let it, I just left it set because we had to leave. Here's my egg yolks. And here's my eggs, shells, or whites. And I'm gonna mash these up. So I'm going to put some mayonnaise in here. And I have no idea how much I'm going to need. And I'm going to put some mustard in here. Now, Eric does not like his stuff sweet. He doesn't like his potato salad sweet. He doesn't like his deviled eggs sweet. So he likes dill relish in his stuff. But I like sweet relish in mine. So I'm just going to put some sweet relish in here. And I'm not putting a lot, just probably a teaspoon. And then I'll taste it and see if it's got enough in it. like that. A piece of pickle in there. Big, great big, like that. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse my hands off again, and I'm going to taste that. I'll tell you, my shirt's been wet the biggest part of the day. More wet than it has dry. My sleeves have been wet, and I'm just going to take a little taste because I don't want to I don't want to eat too much of it, and I want to have plenty of filling for the eggs. Just going to put a tad more mayonnaise in there and another drop or two of mustard. That's good. Very good. Okay. And I finally found some smoky paprika at the store, so I'm going to sprinkle some of that on top of these. I think Eric's about to hit California, and Okay. I'm gonna go get the paprika. Any of these boxes of spices labeled yet, but I pulled out the first one I pulled out was the paprika. Oh dear. Oh, I'm gonna have to get my jar opener. All I've got left to cook is the potatoes, and they're cooking, and they are oh, I thought that came loose. They're cooking right now. That is certainly not working. It hits on that rubber gasket. I may have to wait till Carissa gets here because I'm not having any luck. Not having any luck at all. Are done. Check them for sure, but oh, merciful. I've never seen anything So hard to open. You know, there's only one other thing I can do, and I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work. It's my last resort. I ran hot water over it, and that didn't work. I'm going to poke a hole in the paper that's in there. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. I'm gonna cover these and get them in the fridge and check on my potatoes, and I'll bring you back. All right, yeah, I've got the potatoes in the bowl, in the mixing bowl. I've added a little bit of milk, and I've added salt and pepper. I didn't measure, and I've got a stick of butter. And I may need more. And I'm going to put this down in there. Okay, and Chris is on her way over, and Ronnie should be home soon, so I will get off for now, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for all the flub ups, but that's what happens to me all the time, so now you know. See you soon.